All right, guys. Happy reading test. We got 2 stories that we're going to take today. I pulled out my essay so I can think about what I'm doing. It says, compare the themes of the Cranberry Connection and the Mystery Neighbors. Support your answers with clear text evidence. We're going to change it to what is the theme. So just like we did in class, we're going to have detail, 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 and then the theme. Okay? We're going to say what the theme is first, and then find the 3 different, follow them up by text evidence. It's got to be at least 9 sentences. Check out my 3rd video to help you with that. The Cranberry Connection. What is this book? Anna mumbled to herself. She was helping her mom look through cardboard boxes that had been stored in their basement for years. Most of the boxes belonged to her grandparents, who died when Anna was a baby, so she did not remember anything about them. Anna pulled the book out of the box, releasing a cloud of dust that made her sneeze, achoo, 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 3 times in a row. The cover, which was once blue, is now a dusty gray. As Anna opened the book, she had to catch some loose papers before they fell into the floor. I think I found Grandma's diary, she told her mother. Her mother quickly came closer and said, "What a find! I can't wait to read it. I miss her." Then, seeing Anna's frown, Mom added, "But you found Grandma's diary, so you can read it first." Nodding happily, Anna read the date on the first entry, August 13th, 1953. "How old was your mom in 1953? She asked. Her mom wrinkled her brow and thought about it for a minute. "She was born in 44, so she must have been about 9. Sounds like a 4th grader to me. The same age as you are now." Wow, Anna thought. She had seen photos of her mom's parents, but they looked so old, it was hard to imagine that her grandma was ever even 9. Anna read the first entry. "The county fair is only 2 weeks away. Today, I'm going to practice making Mother's cranberry bread. Last time the dough was a big problem. It was so thick that I couldn't even knead it." Knead means to push it. "I got mad at myself when my baking turns out wrong, but Mother keeps telling me to have more patience. Not with a T, with a C, like Mr. Bauer needs patience. I'll use less flour today and hope for the best." Then Anna realized that her mother made cranberry bread too. The recipe for the bread must have been passed down through the generations. Now, I'm going to have an idea of what my theme is. My theme's going to be something about our essential question from this week, which was remembering the past by writing it down. And so I might make that into my theme, and this would be a big support detail. Maybe detail even number 1 or 2. I'll have to see. So Anne knew she had better learn how to make it. "Mom, could you help me make cranberry bread today?" Anna could tell by the long pause that her mother was a little surprised by the request. "I guess we could make some after we're done here," she replied. "You'll have to do the kneading, though, because my shoulder is sore from all the work in the basement." "I want to do it. I want to do all of it," Anna told her. "Your only contribution was to make sure I'm doing it exactly the way you did it." Ooh, a little girl wants to grow up to be just like her mom. And her mom grew up to be just like her grandma, who she's reading the diary about. Her mom smiled and pointed. "Anna, you don't have a lot of patience," Anna interrupted. "I'm just like Grandma." Remember, it said Grandma didn't have a lot of patience. "How does like Grandma?" "But I want to learn how to make the bread just like you do, and like your mother did, and her mother did, and..." Laughing, Mom held up her hand. "I get it. But I'm wondering why you're suddenly so interested in that bread. Maybe I better read the diary before we start." Hannah smiled and handed the dusty diary to Mom. "I don't want to break the Cranberry Connection." Now I get the title. All the daughters in this family are connected because they all made cranberry bread. The Cranberry Connection, she said. I have to be ready to teach my own kids how to make that bread. Pretty cool story. I think I got enough in there to write a really great essay. Well, let's answer our questions. Number 1, what message does the author want to give the reader? The only way to know the future is to study the past. Some traditions are good enough to continue. Old boxes can be full of surprises. Girls need to learn more patience. Now remember, our whole thing was about writing down things from the past, remember from the future. So pick one that has something to do with traditions continuing. Number 2, which word from the passage is a homophone for the word defined below? So here's what you can do. You can read this. To sail in the air at a great height. What does it mean to sail in the air at a great height? Okay? And now you're going to pick that word down here. Recipe, request, sneeze, soar. Number 3. Why does Anna want to bake cranberry bread? She wants to please her mother. She wants to continue the family tradition. She loves to bake and is tired of looking through boxes. She reads about the bread in a diary and it makes her hungry. Now don't get tricked on D. Did she read about it in a diary? Yeah. Did it say anything in the story about making her hungry? No. Don't get tricked on D. Number 4. Read the sentence from the story. Last time, the dough was a big problem. It was so thick that I couldn't even knead it. Which definition fits the homophone dough as it is used in the sense above? Some cash, a female deer, a musical note, or a mixture used in baking? Number 5. What text evidence best supports the theme? So you got to think about what the theme was. I get it, but I'm wondering why you're suddenly so interested in that bread. Then seeing Anna's frown, Mom added, but you found Grandma's diary, so you can read it first. The recipe for the bread must have been passed down through the generations, so Anna knew she had better learn how to make it. And then D, most of the boxes belonged to her grandparents who died when Anna was a baby, so she did not remember anything about them. Which one fit the theme? Our essential question for this week. Alright, 6. Read the sentence from the passage. Your only contribution will be to make sure I'm doing it exactly the way you do it. Which word has a connotation most similar to that of contribution? Is used in the sentence above. Donation, gift, part, or payment. Your only contribution will be to make sure I'm doing it right. I would substitute those words in there. Your only donation will be to make sure I'm doing right. Your only gift will be to do them right. Your only part will be able to make sure I'm doing right, or your only payment. All right, number 7. Read the sentence from the passage. Last time the dough was a big problem. It was so thick that I couldn't even knead it. Which definition fits knead as it is used above? To squeeze or press something, to require something, to cut something, to stir something. All right, we got 3 more on this first portion of the test, and then we will take a break before the second part. It says, read the following sentence from the passage. I don't want to break the Cranberry Connection, she said. I have to be ready to teach my own kids how to make that bread. This text evidence supports the theme by showing how much Anna enjoys baking, how much Anna likes cranberry bread. Anna understands that baking this bread is a tradition, and Anna needs to learn patience just like her grandma. Now remember, the patience things comes in there, but it's not in this one, so don't get tricked by I. Number 9. Which word from the passage is a homophone for the word defined below? People who are receiving medical care. Are they cranberries, cranberries, diaries, grandparents, or patients? Number 10. Read these sentences from the passage. Her mother quickly came closer and said, "What a find! I can't wait to read it. I miss her." Why is Anna's mom most likely excited to read the diary? Is it because she misses her mom? Or she needs to learn family recipes? Or she wants to learn family secrets? Or she wants to see what her mom was like a girl? Which one? I gave you a big clue right here. If you reread this, you'll get the answer. All right, take a little break and come back for portion number 2.